There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes Diggs. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Locke going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
It's good. Makes the score Bills 7, Bears nothing. To kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, Carpenter. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Carpenter into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he slings. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Carpenter. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carpenter, and Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's
a good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Chicago.
Throwing on first down. Carpenter. Schwab into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They look to throw. It's Locke going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Locke working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle, got the 6th one.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Makes the score Bills 14, Bears nothing. For Buffalo.
Hauschka down to send this one away following the score. Now it's Patterson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Carpenter. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. And the Bears first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carpenter. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to Cole.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's make these babies cry.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They get this out left. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Block to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 11. From the gun, Carpenter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Stephen Hauschka for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Hauschka adds the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bears nothing. Stephen
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53. Come on, 18 Jordan. 18 Jordan. 18 Jordan. He's scared to look. Need to look. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Operating from the gun, Carpenter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Carpenter. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Watch the slat. 53 is the Mike. 53. 79 Bronco. Coming. I'm coming.
Here's Brown. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's run. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slam. Check safety.
Looking to throw. Carpenter. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Got you.
Operating from the gun. Carpenter throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A 6-yard pickup.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
53 is Mike. Watch the run. Trap 60. Hurt. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. I got him.
To throw on 2nd down. Carpenter. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get that ball. Mike 28. You don't.
From the gun, Carpenter. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Mike 28. Great team. Pioneer. 28. Mike. He's coming. Check in. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, Kamara. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check 4, check 4.
This is Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, he's coming. 70 range. To you, I'm coming up to you. Mike 28. Focus, defense, focus.
Operating from the gun, Carpenter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Watch safety screen, watch safety screening. Safety screening.
From the gun, Carpenter. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 28.
They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Waste no travel. Waste no travel. Open against the right. Check the outs. Check the
On first down, Locke. Being chased out left. Finding Knox there, complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. He lets one go deep for Wheaton. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Locke now on first down. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Locke off a play action. Eluding the pressure right. Now Locke, he lost the football, it's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll just toss it away.
Incomplete.
So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 9.
It's coming. Check in. I'm on. Like 28. Watch the slip. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 70, 10 over. Mustang 19. 28. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
The final shot before break. Carpenter. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Stephen Hauschka, the kickoff for Buffalo.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 25, here's second and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. He's coming. Check in. Mike 28.
Back to throw. Carpenter. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Check in. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Check. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's Patterson. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Key to tight end. Key to tight end. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Mike 28. Mike 28. Record. Record.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carpenter. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Carpenter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
At the 29-yard
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 30 pace, let's go. It's just me and you. You're out.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills head on. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 35, Bears nothing.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
To throw on 2nd down, Carpenter. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Carpenter. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Intended for number 11. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 58, boys, 58. 58.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Nothing.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Jordan Poyer.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
He's coming. Check in.
Operating from the gun, Carpenter. And now here is another interception.
The 2nd down.
He's picked off at his own 47. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His throw caught right around the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment.
And Kamara has it stripped. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Brought down by...
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Tackled by Jalen Johnson.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down.
On 1st down, Carpenter. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Kamara. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now it's Patterson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner,